In my last video, I mentioned taking my life 2 years at a time. Why? Some of you might be wondering. I did talk about it, so maybe go and check that video out. Or not. About 5 or 6 months ago, I saw a TikTok that would change my thinking forever. At least when it came to my own life. In this TikTok, this woman talked about how everyone needs to either ask for a pay rise or a promotion at their current job, or go looking for another job after every 2 years. So basically 24 months at the same job with roughly the same pay, and you need to start climbing the corporate ladder at your current job, or jump ship for a job with a more competitive salary. Now, have a think for just a second. How many of you have been at the same job, the same position, with roughly the same pay for 2 years or more, and haven't thought to yourself, I need a change right now? So I thought about this. It wasn't at the forefront of all of my thoughts, but it was lingering in the back. Every so often, the idea of having a drastic change in my life every 2 years would have me thinking, I didn't plan on actually sharing what I was thinking. So for as far back as I can remember, I've had a little problem. And that problem had a name: discipline. Now the problem was, I never really had any. I've had interests, I've pursued them. I've had things on my plate, I've added more, I've had deadlines, I watch TV. So why am I sharing this? The main reason the 2-year rule became something that I wanted to see through is because I feel like if I look back at my life, all I see is this junkyard, metaphorically speaking. In this junkyard, there are a ton of things that look like junk. But what they were, or what they were intended to be, were works of art. But they were all abandoned because the next new and shiny thing caught my eye. So this is what I'm trying to fix. Now, I do hate the notion of being extremely disciplined because for the most part, I feel like discipline is an enemy of creativity. And I do value myself as a creative. But at this rate, I'm not going to be creating anything until discipline starts renting out space up here. So, what's my version of the 2-year rule going to look like? What I've decided is I'm going to limit myself to 2 years of clarity. Instead of just looking at my life as a whole, which, to be quite honest, is a bit of a mess and a series of rabbit holes that lead nowhere. Instead, I'm going to give myself only 2 years to think about and not think past. And I'm giving myself only 3 things or goals to achieve in those 2 years. 24 months to look ahead and be clear on what I want to get done. To be able to properly focus on something, or a few somethings, instead of focusing on everything. Will I be tempted to plan further ahead than just a couple of years? Absolutely. Will I be tempted to just add on a few extra things? I think definitely. But your boy will just have to stay disciplined. So, the juicy decision. What 3 things am I giving myself to focus on? Also, just to clarify, I've been thinking about this since the start of this year. So this 2-year period ends December 31st, 2025. Anyway, the 3 things will be, number 1, content. Just becoming a better content creator. Trying to improve my ability to make content and trying to build my confidence when it comes to filming and editing, and also trying to convince myself that not everything has to be a masterpiece. So yeah, just improving my ability to produce content is goal number 1. Number 2, tennis. This time that I've spent here in Europe playing club tennis has given me a change of perspective. There's a lot that I want to do in the tennis world. Not so much with the playing side. I mean, I would love to play and would love to play more regularly at a higher level, but I just want to build something in tennis. Innovate, do something fun. I have all these ideas and I want to make them a reality. Also, I'm getting older, my body isn't really liking me that much anymore, so I need to knuckle down before it might be too late. And number 3, the launch of my light novel series. This series is my baby and I want to give it the launch that it deserves. I've already finished the writing part for the first volume, but I want to make it better. I'll make another video another time about what I intend to do with it to make it better, but yeah, like I said, this series is a long-term dream of mine and I just want it to be special from the time it releases. So, there you have it. These goals aren't too complex, I guess when you look at the big picture, but it's a lot of work. So, like I've said, discipline needs to start renting out some space up here. It's gonna be tough, I reckon. I mean, I already have plans for what I want to start after this 2-year period's up, but that's a 2026 problem, I guess. By the way, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you. It means a lot that you've done that, and I hope you've liked and subscribed to the channel by now. I look forward to sharing this journey with you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you guys next time.